Want to be a guest on a future episode of Create, Build, and Manage Daily? Email us at interviews@biztv.com.
Charles Countryman is the founder and CEO of Canine Culture Dog Training, and he's here to answer some common questions we have about the training process. And you brought a guest, as always.
I did.
You're my favorite. It's not you, no offense. It's a guest you bring. Who do you have with you today?
This is Sadie. She is an 8-month-old Bichon, and she just completed her training not too long ago, a 3-week board and train with us. So
That
she's
is
still
awesome.
technically a puppy.
And you're brave to bring a puppy on.
I know it. It was a big risk. I thought, well, but she just has a phenomenal impulse control.
Look at that.
Most puppies are going to want to come over and get these treats
like a
behind my
cotton
coffee
ball.
cup. Yeah, she's a little fluffy girl.
That's awesome.
She's got a lot of personality.
So what type of training is best for a dog?
It really depends on what your goals are, but a lot of dog trainers offer group classes, private lessons, day and train, board and train. We do all of those. I just find the most effective is a board and train.
Okay.
And
So that's what you specialize in?
it's 91% of the training that we do is a board and train. The other 9% is divided between the rest of the ways to train.
Gotcha. So when you say board and train, like 3 weeks, so she was with you full time for 3 weeks?
Yes and no. We do ours a lot different than a lot of dog trainers. We actually send our dogs home on the weekends because most trainers aren't really training on the weekends. They have time off just like any human. So instead of having a dog sit in a kennel and not do anything on the weekend, we send them home Friday nights. They get to practice with their family over the weekend, get to relax, get to take some time off, and then Monday they come back and ready to go again for the next week. So that's how we do it for 3 weeks.
Do you find that some people are hesitant to want to do, like they want to be involved in the training process?
For sure.
So are they hesitant to be like, man, I just got this is my baby.
Right.
Now I'm leaving my baby with you for a whole week.
Sit. Nope.
Yeah.
Back. Place. Sit. Good. That would be just about everybody. Because it's kind of like that. We're emotional. I always joke that board and train is harder on the human than the dog.
Oh, okay.
Because the dogs, Sadie, she's busier than she's ever been while she's with us because she's constantly working and training and learning and doing stuff all day long. Most dogs, if they're home, do not get that level of engagement. That's one of the reasons our trainers bond so fast with the dogs because we are so active with them. They're like, hey, this is the funnest person in the world to me. And the other reason it's really more beneficial to have the route of the board and train versus the other programs, we're kind of taking the human error out of the equation because the weakest link in dog training is the handler. And if you're not a dog trainer and you're trying to teach your dog a new behavior, sometimes it gets frustrating. You get frustrated with your dog can sense and smell that frustration, and it just goes all downhill. You have to have just an incredible amount of patience and understanding and realize, hey, they're a little confused. Let me make it simpler for them. And don't get frustrated with her. Just show her how.
Yeah, you need to have a training for the human too.
Yeah, it's really 50% dog, 50% human. So that's why we structure our programs the way we do with our private lessons, because we now need to bring the human up to the speed of the dog, because the dog is actually overtrained for the human. And that's why we do our group classes after the dog's completed their training, because Sadie actually will know how to do, or does know how to do everything that they're going to do in group class. The owner doesn't.
Gotcha.
So we're teaching them how to effectively communicate with each other, so that way they get the same results that we get with her.
So Sadie, you get to train your owners. That's your job.
Yeah.
Train your owners. Now let's talk about bonding, because part of the joy of having a dog is that bond. Like I got my dog at home, and I come home, she greets me at the door, makes me feel good.
Absolutely.
But if you're training my dog, am I missing out on that opportunity to bond with my dog?
That's a great question. And a lot of people think that they are, but actually I find the exact opposite to be true, because we kind of go back to the owner's not a trainer. They're trying this, they're trying that, different things they saw on the internet. So what happens is if you get frustrated with your dog, you're not really bonding. It's not a pleasant experience. Think of it as if you had a parent that wasn't the funnest to do homework with when you were a kid. You typically had the other parent that you would ask for help with the homework. You kind of avoided the other parent with homework anyway.
Gotcha.
I had one of those parents. So that's kind of the same situation with dogs. One of you may get frustrated and training's not fun. We always want our dogs to realize training isn't training, it's fun time. So if she has fun training, then when we turn her back over to the owner, when they're doing the repetition work and just engaging everyday life with their dog, training is now fun. It's not a task.
Gotcha.
So it increases the bond, not decreases it.
So when you talk about training, what is the main objective? We're not talking about doing tricks, are we? We're talking about...
Not really. So this right here, she's technically a puppy, 8+ months old. And this takes phenomenal impulse control to not come over this table and grab these treats behind my coffee cup.
There you go.
She's staying there because she's controlling her own impulses. She knows she should stay on the place, so she is. She's being very polite, well-mannered, just a very good community dog. Our motto is a dog that's a joy to live with. She is, nope.
Yeah.
Sit. And dogs make mistakes. You just
Well, listen,
let them know, no,
yeah.
that wasn't quite what I wanted you to do.
Yeah. Well, listen,
and give her
it's television.
feedback.
She's making her
Stay.
national TV debut tonight.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So she's doing awesome.
That's great. So 3 weeks is the process when they come in, typically in 3 weeks.
Typically, yeah. We do a 2, 3, and a 4, but our 3 by far is the most popular program, and I feel it's where we get the best quality dog because we're really able to really get a lot more focus on that impulse control and community skills so they can be more involved in your life.
Showing some pictures of your facility right now. It's great. How many dogs are you working with at a time?
Between 40 to 45 on a day-to-day
Wow.
basis.
You've got a fun job.
Yeah, it's, I always tell my staff, you're having a bad day, just sit down and pet your dog.
That's true.
And if you're having a still bad day, find a puppy.
Yeah, there you go.
Because nobody can have a bad day after petting a puppy.
Final question here. So if I board my dog, are they going to forget me?
No, not at all. Some people do worry about that a little bit. No, when we send the dogs home on Fridays for our staff, it's the funnest day of the week because all the dogs are so excited when they see their human walk in. They're just like, oh, yay. And it's just a happy, happy day because, the dogs are always having fun, but then you see that level of, oh, there's my people. And it's just so exciting to watch how excited all the dogs are to see
One
their
more
people.
day. You'll get to go home tomorrow. Website is canineculture.com. Canineculture.com is where you can go to learn more about it. In the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Charles, but if somebody wanted to fly their dog in, you'd probably help them as well.
We would. We've trained dogs from Las Vegas, Corpus Christi, Galveston, Louisiana. So yeah, a pretty good reach away.
Pretty good reach away. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. You did a great job. This is great.
Girl.
I'm telling you, she steals the show. No one's listening to us.
she's
They're
awesome.
watching the puppy. So, Charles, we always appreciate you coming in. We're going to have you back again. What I love about it is I never know what friend you're going to bring.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
You did a good job. All right. That's great. K9, that's K-9culture.com. We're back after this.